Lindsay Carswell.
There's a handout coming around, yeah. Well, good afternoon, all. Over a number of years, I've asked the City Council have a complaints policy. I can't remember exactly when I first did that, but it's probably about 15 years ago. I note that in April 2016, the Christchurch City Council introduced a customer complaints management policy. I discovered on your website, but it appears that the council is yet to actually implement that policy. The complaints policy needs to be easy to access, needs to be user-friendly and transparent. I do not believe that your existing policy, but it's not even transparent, you can't even find it really, covers all these points. Now, the reason I want you to have a proper complaints policy is because of personal experiences I have had in dealing with the City Council some time back. I had a leaky home. I bought a unit, and in a couple of years I discovered water was coming into it. I made complaints to the council. The guy came out with a clipboard, looked at the problem. There was a bit of correspondence, phone calls. I got absolutely nowhere with it. And I have never forgiven the Christchurch City Council for the way I was treated. It was appalling. Absolutely appalling. I was stonewalled at any moves I made. But I've seen similar type behaviour and other issues I've been involved with. The recent district plan, saving the city's notable trees, I spent a lot of time on that and money. And also I've spent a lot of time over the Hagley Oval project, and those are two recent examples where I find that some of the behaviour here is not what I would expect to find from an organisation like this, but it does happen. So what I want you to do is to have a complaint process, and I want it to some features that it needs to have. It should be prominently displayed as a notice in all public areas of the council. If you go into the hospital, they have forms up there saying what your rights are. Well, that's what you need here. That's just one part of it, though. There needs to be a section on the council's webpage, which is easy to access. Right in front of you, there it is. Where complaints can be entered, it needs to be clearly displayed on the council's webpage. It's already said that. Part B. Complaints need to be handled by an independent part of the council. It's no good going back to the people where the complaint has come, where you're complaining about, putting it to the head of that department. It goes nowhere. They'll cover it up. They'll say everything is fine. What you're complaining about complies with the building code or whatever. And the reason they do that is that the staff are in a unique position when dealing with complaints. And they can take advantage of that position. Staff have the knowledge and understanding of the law, the building code, district plan requirements, or whatever the complaint covers. But the person making the complaint does not have those skills. And this creates an imbalance of power between the council and the complainant. And that's what I've found quite often. You get the letter back saying it complies. And you've got to go around and dig out, does it comply or not? It takes a lot of time. I can do that because I've learnt now. It is essential that complaints are considered by an independent body with sufficient resources to obtain external advice. Complaints need to be collated and reported on. This will allow trends to be recognised and acted on. That's all I really want to say. But you people, as councillors, you need to take on board a problem exists. Nothing will change until you take on board that problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and that's exactly 5 minutes, so you've just come to the end. Look, I recall your experience of the leaky home. I knew you back then, a different role as a Member of Parliament, but you know, it is a serious issue, and thank you very much for bringing it to our attention. Right, okay, we're on a break now until 1:30 p.m. So look,